breakout phase for me and kind of stuck with me. And I learned a ton last year from, not only physical but just mental standpoint, and it was a great year, and I'm excited for this year.
Yeah, for you to have been able to be celebrating being part of that World Series championship, celebrating this offseason, I mean, are there moments that kind of stand out to you and how things kind of shaped out, whether it's this offseason or just how things ended last year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously ending with the trophies, what you want to do every year. So I think you remember that, and I think, unfortunately, I can speak for a lot of the guys when I say, like, you get it, and then you just want it again. So it's just a matter of, all right, like, for me, I took probably a week and a half, 2 weeks off from throwing, and I was back to it, getting ready for this year. So you want to take time to enjoy it, but at the same time, you have to get ready for next year, and you know that everyone else is out there, they're chasing after you. So I think with that in mind, it just makes you work harder and try to stay ready and be ready for this year.
Have they talked to you at all for like how they view your role going forward as starter, reliever, or some sort of hybrid kind of mix there?
Yeah, I mean, I think my guess is as good as yours. I'm gonna stay ready. They've talked to me kind of about some things and kind of how I'm gonna use this spring training just to stay ready for the year. But I think at the end of the day, if I'm ready to go multiple innings, I think that puts me in a good spot to do whatever they need me to do. So I think that's kind of what my mindset has been, is just be ready to go 3, 4, 5, 6 innings, whatever, just like I'm a starter, and then we can always work back from there. But I know how to do both now, so just whatever they need me to do, I'm going to do.
And of course, there's this that you have to face every day.
What'd you say?
This you have to face every day. Us.
Yeah, of course. But I think coming up with this team and kind of seeing guys do it, I think I've kind of become more accustomed to it, and you want to be on a team where it matters like this, where people want to see what you have to say, and I think we're all super lucky and super blessed to kind of play for the Dodger and to wear this uniform. It means a lot. So I think it all comes with it. You got to roll with it and take it for what it is, because it's really a blessing to have more than it is something to be worried about.
Is there anything you learned kind of in that relief role last year that you think could translate more to multi-inning appearances?
Yeah, I think for me, a lot of it was kind of, so I'm coming up, like I was a big game planner, big study hitters, big do this and do that, and I think last year, kind of coming down the stretch, Bardo had talked to me, because I was like, I really want to do this card, and there was a while where he was like, don't do it. And then, towards the back half of the year, when I kind of knew how to pitch, how to use my stuff, how to, and I think my command had tightened up a little bit, whatever. We started kind of coming to, I came up with a card that worked for me, and I think that's something that I'm going to take into this year and continue to refine. But I think that's been something that's been super helpful for me that I learned in a relief role, but I think it will help when I do start again.
Is that kind of a trial and error kind of thing, just sort of seeing what kind of works when you're attacking guys, something like that?
Yeah, I think it's for me, I always want to go so into depth with things. I have so much, I don't know, I'll just be sitting there and I'll have thoughts about this and that, and I always want to dive really deep into things. And I think sometimes I can get in the way of just going out there and being me. And so kind of found a way to simplify it all down, figure out what's really important, and just utilize that when I'm out there. And again, it's definitely trial and error, and some guys like to have stuff like that, some guys don't. I think I lean more towards I like to have it, just as I know what I'm trying to do, but if I need certain things in certain counts or certain spots, that's when I like to have it.
And Justin, you had 5 scoreless innings in the World Series. You didn't make your debut into the postseason until the World Series. How much confidence does that give you, knowing that you're able to have so much success on the biggest stage like that?
Yeah, it's great. I think being able to go out there and do that was super special to me. I mean, I never, growing up, that's what you want to do. You want to pitch in World Series games. You want to, come through for your team when it matters. And I was just super lucky and super blessed to get the opportunity to do that. I'm so thankful and gracious to Dave and everybody for trusting me. And I just wanted to come through for him. So.
And just as far as your role, and just how do you approach that, knowing that the rotation stack, a lot of arms in the bullpen, but you have a very valuable role as kind of a swing man. Just from a mindset standpoint, how do you approach that this spring?
Yeah, I think I approach it just like I have every other spring training throughout my career, is try to go out there and dominate and kind of show them, I belong, and just do all I can to go out there and get better each day, and I think if I do that, I think I'm in a good spot.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
See you in a few weeks.
All right.
Thank you, partner.